Okay, this video here is going to show you how to set up a drawing template to complete your drawings in AutoCAD. The reason we're setting up a template is to make sure that once you set this up one time, you don't have to do this each time you do a new drawing. You'll just be able to set up your template one time. We click on that, and that's where you'll start your drawing. First thing that we're going to do is kind of go over a little bit of the screen here. Along the top here where I'm moving the cursor across, this is called your ribbon. And the ribbon, they talk about panels. So this is the draw panel, modify, layers. And you'll notice this line that kind of cuts through them. That kind of separates them. Okay. Now across the top here, we have what are called tabs. So right now we actually have the home tab selected, but you can notice there's some different ones here along the top. For right now, we're just going to stay on the home tab, and I'm going to show you guys how to create some new layers. We will use these later on, but we need to set them up first. So currently right now you have just one layer here. Again, it's just the 0 layer. We're going to go ahead up here and select the layer properties option. When we click on that, it's going to bring up this window here for us. And you'll notice we have the one layer in there already. We're going to create 3 more. So we're going to click on new layer 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And then we need to rename these. So I'm going to click on layer 1. I'm going to click again and type in construction. And we're going to keep the color white and the line continuous. Okay, so that layer is complete. We're going to do the same thing here for layer 2. We're going to rename that object. And we're going to actually change the color on this. In order to do that, we actually have to click on the little box here with the white color. When we click on that, it brings this other window up. We're actually going to select red. Okay, and we'll do the last layer here, and that one is called the hidden layer. And we'll have a little bit more to do with this one. We're going to actually change the color, so we click on that box there again, the white box, and we select blue, and we hit OK. And the line type, we're actually going to click on this continuous line type here. When we do that, it pops up this window. When we do that, we need to actually load in the hidden line layer. So we're going to go ahead and hit load. And then we're going to scroll down here till we see hit the hidden line. There it is right here. So we're going to click on that, and then we're going to hit OK. And once we have the hidden layer loaded in there, then we can go ahead and select on it, click by clicking, and then we hit the OK button with the clicker on the mouse, and you'll notice that changes the continuous line type to hidden. Okay, now once we've done that, we can go ahead and close that window out, and you'll notice here when we come back and click layers, we have some options here. Okay, now that we have the layers set up, we can go ahead and actually set up the drawing template itself. Okay, we're going to make sure that we keep the layers in 0, and what we're going to do here is get a line. And if we come down here along this bottom row here, you'll see some other icons. One that I want you to turn on is snap mode. Okay, and you'll notice here it says snap on. And what the snap does, the snap feature allows you to, inside your screen, you'll see all these little boxes. Each box represents a 1/2 inch. And what the snap mode does, it actually snaps it right to the corners of each one of those boxes. So that way, later on when we're offsetting, it kind of helps line things up a little easier. You can actually kind of see the distances a little bit. So doing a snap and snapping it right to the corners does make it a little easier for us. So we're going to find an area or space somewhere down here in the lower left-hand corner. We're going to go ahead and start a line. We're going to click to start it, and then we're going to let off it. We don't want to drag it and hold it down. We're going to just move the cursor over, and we're going to do an 8.5 by 11 square. So we're actually going to type in 11 here, and then once we type 11 in, we can hit enter on the keyboard, and you'll notice you've made a line there at 11 inches. So the next step here is we want it to go 8.5 inches vertically. So we type that in, and then we're going to come back. Okay, after you've gone 11 inches up, we're going to go 8.5 inches back across. I'm sorry, we're going to go 11 inches back across. Okay, and then what I do here to close it off, I just find the last point. You'll notice the yellow square around the corner there on the end. Again, the object snap is the yellow box that you see that helps you connect two lines together. So go ahead and click on that to end your line. When you're done, you can either hit escape on the keyboard or you can right click on the mouse and then click on enter. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do, I always like to center my drawings. So over here on the right hand side in the navigation toolbar here, we grab the little hand here that's for the pan, so we can actually bring that to the middle and zoom in a little, and that helps to center it. And if we right click and click on exit, that takes us out of that command. One important thing to note is you can't really do another command unless you get out of that command or select a new command. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do here, we're going to learn a new command called offset, and that is located right here on the modify panel. And one nice thing too is the program gives you a little definition of what each icon is. What offset does is going to create a parallel line a certain distance away from the original line, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So we go ahead and click offset. Okay, and right now with the gray bar there says specify offset distance. We want to type in 3 for 3 inches, and then we're going to hit enter. And you'll notice how the crosshair turns into a small square there. So then what we need to do is select the object you're going to offset. We want to click this line, left click it. Then we bring it over to the left here, and when we have it in place, we're going to go ahead and left click again to place it. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to click this line, bring it over, click and place it. Okay, and you'll notice again it's only going to make the line as long as the original line, but you'll notice 2 parallel lines here and then 2 parallel lines here. Okay, but they're separated 3 inches apart now. Okay, we're going to click the offset the offset button again, and this time we're going to do a 1/2 inch, so we need to type in 0.5, and then we type that in and we go ahead and hit enter, and we're going to select the bottom layer here, and we're going to go up and we'll click to place. Okay, right click, enter. All right, so what we're going to do is we need to get rid of these lines, this one and this one, but we want to keep the lower part of the line. So in order to do that, we need to select the trim command right here. So we're going to click that, and we're going to select our cutting line. It's saying select the object here that you want to use as your cutting line. We left click on that line, then we right click, and that says, all right, what do you want to trim and get rid of? We're going to click, hold down, and drag across those 2 lines and get rid of them. And then I'm going to right click and hit enter. That gets me out of that command. Okay, for this part, what we're going to do here is create an L-shape line. This will help you later on to kind of help give yourself a starting point with your drawings. First thing you need to do here is change this layer to the construction layer. Then you're going to come over here and grab the line, click on a line. Then what you'll do here is start in the top left corner. You'll notice that the snap's already is still on, so go ahead, click in that top left corner, and then again you're not dragging, you're just clicking and then moving the mouse down. Click to this point here, and then come over to the right here for a horizontal line and click to end the line. Then you can either again hit escape on the keyboard or right click, hit enter, and then make sure you change this layer back over to 0 layer, because later on we're going to put your name in. So next thing you want to do is we need to put your name in the lower left hand corner here. That way your name's there all the time. We're going to leave the middle and then this lower right hand corner one open for now, because later on you're going to come in and type in drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever one you're doing, and then the date's going to go in here. Okay, so but the one thing that's going to stay constant is your name, so we're going to go ahead and put your name in. You'll come up here to the multi-line text. You'll click the top half here that has the A in it. Then you'll come down here, and again your snap feature is still on, so that helps you to locate the object snap. So we'll click the top left corner box, and then do not drag it, just bring the cursor down and select and click on that lower corner. And you'll notice here the justification in the middle, we need to change that to middle center, because we want to put your name in the middle in the center of that box. So we click that. Then we're going to go ahead and caps locks. Make sure your name is in caps locks. Everything, drawing, date, all that, everything's caps locks. So we type in your name. I'm going to put mine in here. Okay, and then when I have that, I'm going to go ahead and close text. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn off my snap mode. That way that's off. You'll see that here is being turned off. Okay, so at this point we've added all these different layers in. Okay, and we've set up your drawing template. Now the last thing, and this is the most important thing, is we need to make sure it's saved. So we come up here to the top left hand corner. We're going to save it in two places. We're going to save it in on your desktop and in your Z drive. So we go down to Save As here, go to Drawing. First thing you're going to do is the file type. We need to change that from Drawing to Template, which is here in about in the middle of Selections. First, then we're going to put this on your desktop first, and then you're going to type in for your file name. You just type in your last name and template. Okay, once you do that, go ahead and hit save. It's going to give you another option window here. Go ahead and hit OK. And you'll notice that this is on here. This shows up here on your desktop. Okay, the second time we're going to save here, we're going to go back up here. We're going to hit Save As, Drawing. You already have template here selected, which is good. This time we're going to put it in your Z drive. So like for me, it's in my staff share. Yours will be your Z drive. And then that's your name's already in here with template, and go ahead and hit save. This window pops up again, hit OK. Okay, the reason for saving again in two places, having it on your desktop is important because from here on out, when you're on your desktop, this is here. You can double click on this, it'll pull up to set up a new drawing. You don't have to go back over here and select the AutoCAD icon. All right, then have it in your Z drive allows you to access it from any computer in the classroom. So if you have to change seats or you want to move a seat, you have your template set up. Okay, so again, this is all what your drawing should look like, and that is how you set up a drawing template and save it.